Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Yathagnirdahika shakti Ramakrishne stita hiya Sarva vidya swarupam tam Sharada pranamamyaham Namah Shriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Namaste to you all. The human understanding, knowledge, his intellectual capacities are expanding limitlessly. But in the world of perishable entities, the physical world, we are progressing there, but our inside is remaining empty. Outside glory is there, inside we are empty, no joy, no peace. But how, look at the knowledge field, any field you take, it's expanding like anything. New researchers, they are weeping at home, fighting with families, with society. Research is going on in the external world. Now, when we come to Bhagavad Gita, we see Bhagavad Gita transcends all bonds of human understanding. Human understanding, all bounds are there. It transcends all these bounds of understanding. It is beyond time and space, every region on the earth, any time, from ancient time to the time immemorial which is going to come, generations of generation. Similarly, race goes beyond the limits of race and religion. So, when we see the timeless wisdom flowing down from ancient time, if the humanity doesn't exist any time also, it continues. Human totally erased from this earth, still new human race will come up. Because karmic load and karmic adhikara has only to human existence, and that knowledge has to flow. Still one jiva is there on this earth. Human existence has to come back. And then that jiva has to take human life to get released. First formation in the stream of formation of jivas. First is human, the last is human. It may pass through various species according to the karmic load, but it ends in the same way. It is timeless wisdom that has been flowing, and our ancient sages were capable of linking to that and tapping it out, and it helps humanity to know the ways and secrets of nature and of all these dualities. We are seeing dualities in our life, pain and pleasure, love and hatred, happiness and misery, joys and sorrows, fear and security, birth and death, these dualities, we are able to understand the secrets of these dualities. And then the way to transcend also. We are seeing the dualities, but there is a state which transcends good and bad, right and wrong. All this, there is a state that we have to reach. And that also is given in the how to transcend all the dualities and the entire universe and go to the realm transcendental of eternal existence. Bhagavad Gita gives that. It teaches spiritual life, that is, we are making it able to live in this world on the secular platform. If we have spiritual platform, it is not difficult. We have to live in this world on the secular platform. And with how do we living spiritual life? We will be able to live with all external stability and internal balance. Calm, collected mind, heart filled with love, and then your smile on your face will never fade. Out of joy within. A picture of Holy Mother says, the day I saw Sri Ramakrishna, for the second time, a picture of bliss was placed in my heart, which never failed to exist or radiate the joy from within. That joy we must have. This is the effect of spiritual life. And this joy, and we enjoy the freedom from anxiety and fear, which is constantly bothering us. We are afraid, fear is there, some kind of fear. And then anxiety for the present, fear of the future. And it presents what we need in our process of evolution. There are two processes, one of evolution and one of involution. We need whatever we need for our evolution. The knowledge is being given by it. Now, advancement in science and technology, in our external life of glory and all that, without spiritual counterpart, there must be spiritual counterpart. Without that, it will be a constant anxiety, fear, depression, dejection, frustration. All this we are seeing nowadays. And total breakdown and hopelessness. They dawns in almost all people as they grow old. We see early in life they don't see, they will be challenging. I can do this. As the body starts becoming weak, it is a matter of decades. The play goes on, and then the life it breaks down, and then your hopelessness dawns. Man needs relief, rest, rejuvenation, right understanding, and the purpose of life for which human body has been given by nature. And it is to emerge out with renewed strength and triumph. We are to, as if we are going to conquer and get out of this. That strength is given by spiritual life, and the spiritual life is the main thing the Bhagavad Gita teaches us, how to live in this world, how to manage the things, and how to transcend and go. So here we see the third purpose of Bhagavad Gita. We have seen already two purposes. The third purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to give us a background of Mahabharata. And what is Mahabharata? Ramayana, Mahabharata, they are epics of war. the two great wars that happened on Indian soil. So it's war field. Each time we read, we have to tally with our own life. We must be seeing the reflection in our life. Because internal war is constantly going on, external war is constantly going on, endlessly. It's a war field. Internally we fight with ourselves. Externally we go on fighting with the surroundings. So this is the human existence. The war that is going on is a part of the eternal war that goes on endlessly between the righteousness, godly virtues and demonical forces. It is there. One becomes two, dharma and adharma is always there. Positive and negative forces are always there. And the war continues eternally as long as the universe exists, within and without. We constantly see it's a part of the eternally going on war at the cosmic level. And this exists at all levels. We see it at cosmic level, it is there. At societal level it is there. At our individual level it is there. The trend of war is continuing within all this. But we are spiritual aspirants. So we leave the other two parts, societal and this one, and take our spiritual aspirancy is concerned with our inner war and our war with the surroundings that we are going on constantly. So this, though we are, because the society, I am a part of the society and society rests in me and I rest in society. So war within is most important part of Bhagavad Gita, what it is going to, every time we may have to check ourselves within. Why these conflicts are going on? War trend works at various levels within us. In existential level, I exist. At existential level, time comes in life. Life becomes hopeless, meaningless, and we collapse. So this I exist, this existential level, war is going on within me. And then self-perception. See, at self-perception, I look at myself often. And behavioral, am I rightly behaving? Behavior and self-image in the society. My behavior is something I'm expecting so people to understand me in a particular way. That doesn't tally. There is a conflict going on within me between my own behavior and self-image. Then efforts and success rate. I am putting efforts in various ways and success. This is self-perception. And then we have the community life. We live in a community, even in family. It's a community. In ashrama, we live a larger community. So as the institution grows, we have the larger section of community. So in community life we see lack of harmony. We are not harmoniously able to go with the, and then ego problems. It's a community life. I have to sacrifice myself completely. Ego comes into complexes, superiority complex, inferiority complex. All these complexes work on us. And then there is external restlessness. These are the, even in community life you see, desires for power, recognition, respect, honor. If you hurt a person, immediately how he reacts to those things you see in community, in family. Then there is inner moral conflict. Desire versus moral directives. From ancient times, we have heard, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, do this, do this, do this. And do's and don'ts. And my desires are there to fulfill. And there is a clash between the moral directives and my desires. So these, and then wants and the ways to acquire. These are all moral. I have so many wants, at least needs are there. How will I acquire this? So this again problems. Then killing. Killing in the war. Moral. You are a soldier or a citizen, war is going on. Killing in the war and killing animals for food. Conflict goes on within. Am I doing right? And to save huge number of people, are we ready to give sacrifice of one life? One life more. Again the moral conflict comes. So these are all things we see, and religious level we have conflicts. Within the religious life itself we see lack of faith. First, does God exist? Why should I believe in God? Lack of faith. And the desires, and if we have a little faith also, our desires and situations demand to go against the religious codes. Again there is a conflict. Am I right? Am I right? In the houses, families, you must see, asking them to do a little worship. At home, how much of problems they face. Always that internal conflict going on. So we see this, we are not able to cope up with the faiths and beliefs that we possess in our life. In spiritual world, in religious world, we get these problems. So all this, and in religion, another thing we are coming across is materialism, and materialism is demanding, attracting. It wants to run against, behind that. I have to give up the religion and spirituality and move in that direction. There, and science and technology on one side, and religion. Science and technology cannot explain the religious. All are strongly influenced by science and technology to the extent they question religion and not question the science and technology and the basis of the other way. Basis of religion, we don't question this. So when we come to spirituality, Bhagavad Gita gives us almost all these solutions. And there is despair inside. Conflicts, you see how they end in struggle, inner struggle for survival, as if. So within groups also we see we are not able to, group and group, they are not able to go together. There is a conflict coming in. All this we see, we are, and what happens in community life is, the core values of an institution, core values of a group, when a few are not following, the others will feel disharmony. disharmony growing within if you are not following it, the whole thing starts shaking up. The institution itself starts shaking up. The family itself starts shaking up. We have certain norms that we have to follow in family life also. Coming in time, eating together. If a few doesn't do that, how much of struggle it goes on, you see. And each one thinks, always this is one thing that I am right. And I am standard. I am following the standard. No, it won't be. And if strangely contradicting all these stands, each one is what he thinks of himself he is. Whatever I think of myself is what I am. I don't know the truth. Each man is what he thinks of himself is. But we don't give any place for the others to comment or say, what am I? We don't put the word into our mind at all. This causes lot of internal turmoil. Inside turmoil goes on. And external conflict. War, you see how the war is going on within us. Why the Mahabharata background is there for Bhagavad Gita. Even in, you see, Thakur's life also. He makes a beautiful background, Dakshineshwar. He has to bring all religion into picture. Shaivism, Shiva temples are there, Vaishnavism, Vishnu temple is there. And then Shaktas, Ganga on one side. And the Tantra place, the bale tree in the end, Panchamundi Asana. And then Advaita Kuti. That little outside, towards the gate, there is Islamic masjid. A little away, there is a church. All this, how that arrangement he does, that's the background in which Sri Ramakrishna is growing the plant of spirituality and giving seeds to whoever comes. Go and plant in your house. So here Mahabharata is, Krishna takes this opportunity of creating a beautiful background of Mahabharata where exactly what happens in our life is depicted at a very large scale. And there we find our life neatly fitting into it. This external and internal conflicts, the stress that we have and external conflict, the human nature is to justify their actions. Whatever I do, my tendency is to justify I am right, I am this. Somehow or the other, or build up, give explanation to the situation. I explain the situation in such a way, my actions are right. I don't see the background or the thing as this as real, and I adjust the situation to present my actions and feelings. And if I cannot do that, I cover up. Oh, this is my nature. Just drop it off. Cover it. Either I cover or justify. Oh, so how the human mind works, you see. So this is this behavioral pattern of human existence. Krishna deals with all this in detail. As we go into Bhagavad Gita, Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga and all, clearly we can see our image there. Which part we fit in the Daiva and which in the Asura. will be, we can, it's a mirror, you see. Bhagavad Gita is a nice mirror to show what you are at all times. So this is how we are going. And spiritual awareness, without spiritual awareness, man's life itself becomes a war field. If you don't have spiritual background, spiritual awareness, just awareness, God exists. I am God's child. Spiritual awareness. If that awareness is not there, life is a constant sangrama, war field. It goes and goes endlessly. Internal war within and the external war with the surroundings. Life becomes miserable. How they just hold on to the divine, how much of relief it gives. Like all other living beings, suppose we too don't have any personal desire except the needs. You see the animals or birds or plants, whatever you see around life, they are not having desires like man. Some needs, if needs are satisfied, they search for the need and then live there. If man were to be like that, then he would never feel any war at all. Because nature is providing all needs. Just a morsel of food and a small piece of shelter, what man wants. But he has inner so many desires working with him. And all those are what he has acquired through repeated action in this world. Constantly struggling and again running behind this world in various ways. He has acquired tendencies, kama, krodha, lobha. These three. Bhagavad Gita, he says, these are the naraka dwara, kama, krodha and lobha. Thakur beautifully says, really tell me who wants God? Who wants spirituality? Who wants spirit? Who wants liberation? All are running after dhana, mana, deha, sukha. Wealth, dhana, mana. Nobody must tell me anything. I must be honored always. Everybody must listen to me. Dhana, mana, deha, sukha. Bodily comforts and joys, physical enjoyments. These three, dhana, mana, deha, sukha. Behind this, all jivas are running. This is the scenario of Mahabharata. Exactly this is the scenario which we are experiencing at a small level within ourselves and without ourselves. We are in the same war field. Only we have not handed over our reins to Krishna to take us safely through this world of samsara. So, mankind for all times are facing these problems. And we find all these, so many things. You see in Mahabharata, he depicts all pictures. Each character is brought up. Whatever character you can see in this world at all times, you see them beautifully brought out. There are evil people, cunning, hypocrites, liars, unrighteous, immoral people. All these are there. Similarly, there are saintly people. Sages come in Mahabharata. Wise, great, enlightened souls come. Honored sages. All these warriors like Kripacharya, Dronacharya, Bhishma, all these are highly honored for their not only for their valor, but for their life. The virtuous, all these people we see, the most loving characters you can see, Godly people you can see in Mahabharata. Compassionate ones you can see in Mahabharata. All these both qualities, good and bad, are there within us in some degree or other. And the war is going on eternally within us and around us. Constantly it is going on. Lord Sri Krishna deals with all these individual characters he brings out in Bhagavad Gita. How the background is brought and it is made to fit there, to receive and utilize it. It is beautifully brought up. We fit in that to utilize Bhagavad Gita. Same backgrounds. What scenario the Mahabharata is giving is what exactly we have in our own lives. This becomes the most important. World is actually a mirror, constantly showing you what you are, what am I. I get angry, immediately the world is showing anger is within you. I get attached, the attachment is showing attachment is within you. The world is just a mirror showing what you are every moment. And when we come to Bhagavad Gita is a supreme mirror. It not only shows what you are, it shows something more. What you are not also. What various things within us. The hidden dirt also it shows, and golden virtue also shows. Merits it shows, demerit it shows, papa, punya, everything. What are the layers covering me? How the nature is working within me? And the ultimate, the divine within me. Most important part. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. Look within. You will see all the hidden dirts and golden virtues also. You will see nature working, taking you to deep sleep, bringing you back. All this working of nature, all that he shows, and what is beyond also. All this transcend and go, you see the light that enlightens you, the self-knowledge, Atma-jnana, which is eternally linked to divine in every respect. You are divine, inseparable part of the Absolute. When water becomes ice seems to be distinct from water, but not different from water. Every particle in it is water alone. Just like ice manifests in ocean, the world manifests in God. It's a manifestation of God. Everything in this universe, including we people, every life in this universe is God. Except God, nothing exists. Our body, mind, senses, all these 24 cosmic principles, it is she alone, he alone. Where am I? I am not there. If all this is depicted in Mahabharata, so God shows everything, and you have the capacity to reach it and transcend this nature also and go beyond. That capability also He shows. You need not go anywhere. You need not search anything. Turn within, attain. The whole Bhagavad Gita. So, this is the relationship. Why the first chapter is introducing the background, which is exactly a replica of our situation, or all jivas, all humans are passing through the same phase of Mahabharata within them and without them. Outside also they are eternally in Mahabharata. Internally also Mahabharata is going on. So success, transcending. So their one condition, important condition, he says, do all your duties, but don't forget me. Because we need a hold to see through and transcend. That comes Mam Anuspara Yudhyacha. Anuspara, without break, think of me and fight also. We have to fight because internal conflicts are going on, external conflicts are going on. We have to win over. We have to come out triumphantly, emerge out. So the triumph which we are going to attain, that capacity and the know-how is given in Bhagavad Gita. It is not much difficult, but it is possible for all humans to transcend the nature and go beyond. Yes, this much for today. Next we can enter into the main text. Next class. Okay? Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.